My child, stop scrolling for just a moment, because this message was not placed before your eyes by accident. I have been watching the heaviness in your heart, the silent battles in your mind, and the exhaustion you keep hiding behind your smile. Before you take your next step, I need you to become still and listen carefully, because something is shifting around you right now. You may not understand why this moment feels different, but heaven has arranged this exact second for a reason. I did not allow you to hear these words casually. I brought you here because the path ahead of you is about to change, and what happens next will depend on what you choose to carry in your spirit after this moment ends. My beloved child, I know the thoughts that have been keeping you awake at night. I know the questions you have been afraid to ask, and the tears you tried to hide from everyone around you. You have been carrying pressure that nobody fully understands. And there were moments when you felt completely alone even while standing in a crowded room. But I need you to understand something right now. I have never left your side. Even in the moments when your faith felt weak, and your heart felt tired, my hand remained over your life. I am speaking to you now because you are standing at the edge of a turning point, and the next season of your life cannot begin until you hear what I need to place inside your spirit today. If this video is truly meant just for you, then pause for a moment and look within yourself. Are you walking a path of truth, patience, and faith? Do you try to stay honest in your actions and believe in the higher power that guides you every day? If your answer is yes, then this message is for you. You were chosen because you are able to listen, understand, and create change. Don't overthink it. Just feel that inner voice guiding you in the right direction. Now, there's a small step you can take. If this message touched you, you can offer a little support so this inspiration can reach more people. It doesn't have to be much. You can start with just $3 or choose $5 or $10. The link is in the description. Your small contribution can bring light into someone else's life, and it can inspire you as well. Join in and be part of this journey. You have spent too much time doubting the strength that I'd already placed inside of you. You keep asking yourself whether you are capable of surviving the pressure surrounding your life. But I need you to remember that every battle you survived before this moment was preparing you for the season ahead. Nothing you endured was wasted. Every disappointment shaped your wisdom. Every betrayal sharpened your discernment. Every sleepless night built endurance inside your soul that you cannot fully recognize yet. I allowed certain doors to close, because the places you wanted to enter would have destroyed the peace I was trying to protect within you. What felt like rejection was often my protection working quietly behind the scenes, while you struggled to understand why things were falling apart around you. There are people who walked away from you because they could not go where I am taking you next. You spent months grieving relationships that were never designed to remain in your future forever. I know how deeply that pain affected your heart. I saw the confusion, the disappointment, and the loneliness that followed afterward. But I need you to understand that not every departure was a punishment. Some exits were necessary because certain people carried distractions that would have delayed your purpose. I was removing voices that kept filling your mind with fear, insecurity, and doubt. You called it abandonment, but heaven called it preparation. The emptiness you felt was creating space for clarity, healing, and new direction that could never arrive while your hands were still holding on to what I asked you to release. You have also been fighting battles within your own thoughts. Your mind has become crowded with worry about the future, fear about failure, and anxiety about things you cannot control. You keep replaying worst-case scenarios while forgetting how many times I already carried you through impossible situations before. I need you to stop measuring your future through the lens of fear. Fear will always exaggerate problems while hiding possibilities. Fear will convince you that you are too weak, too late, or too broken to move forward. But I did not create you to live trapped inside constant anxiety. I created you with purpose, strength, wisdom, and resilience. The storm around you may feel loud right now, but my voice is stronger than every fear trying to speak against your destiny. There is a reason your spirit has been restless lately. Deep inside, you can feel that something is changing even if you cannot fully explain it. The old version of your life is beginning to fade, and a new season is slowly unfolding in front of you. Change often feels uncomfortable because it forces you to leave behind familiar patterns, familiar pain, and familiar limitations. But you cannot step into the future I prepared for you while continuing to carry the mindset that kept you trapped in the past. I need you to trust me enough to release the habits, thoughts, and attachments that no longer belong in the life I am building for you. Transformation always begins internally before it becomes visible externally. You keep asking me for signs while ignoring the quiet ways I have already been guiding you. I have been speaking through your intuition, through unexpected delays, through moments of peace, and even through discomfort that warned you when something was wrong. Not every closed door is an attack against you. Sometimes a delay is mercy, sometimes silence is protection. Sometimes confusion is the beginning of revelation. I need you to stop assuming that every obstacle means you are failing. Many obstacles were allowed because they redirected you away from destruction you could not see coming. What feels frustrating today may become the very reason you remain safe tomorrow. My child, you have underestimated how valuable your life truly is. The enemy attacks people who carry purpose because purpose threatens darkness. That is why your battles often felt unusually heavy. That is why you sometimes felt resistance the moment you tried to improve your life, heal emotionally, or move closer toward peace. But I need you to remember that opposition is not proof of weakness. Often, opposition appears because something valuable exists within you. There is wisdom inside your pain. There is strength hidden within your scars. There is growth developing inside the very struggles you wanted to escape. Nothing about your journey has been meaningless, even when it felt painful beyond explanation. I know there were moments when you almost gave up completely. There were nights when exhaustion covered your heart so heavily that you questioned whether things would ever improve. You smiled in front of others while silently carrying emotional weight that nobody noticed. But I stayed with you through every silent breakdown. I collected every tear you thought nobody saw. I listened to every prayer you whispered through disappointment and confusion. Even when you believed heaven was silent, I was still working behind circumstances you could not yet understand. Timing matters more than you realize, and some blessings required preparation before they could safely arrive in your life. Right now, I need you to slow down and stop allowing panic to control your decisions. Not every urgent feeling deserves immediate action. Sometimes the greatest wisdom comes through stillness, patience, and discernment. The world around you constantly pressures you to rush, compare yourself to others, and chase things that look successful on the surface. But I never asked you to build your life around appearances. I asked you to build your life upon truth, peace, wisdom, and faith. What is meant for you will not require you to destroy your soul in order to obtain it. What I place in your hands will align with the peace I continue developing within your spirit. You are entering a season where discernment will become more important than emotion. Not every opportunity belongs to you. Not every connection deserves access to your energy. Not every voice speaking loudly carries wisdom. I need you to become more careful about what you allow into your heart and mind because your environment influences your direction more than you realize. Protect your peace. Protect your focus. Protect the healing I have been building within you. The next chapter of your life requires clarity, maturity, and spiritual strength that cannot survive in constant chaos and distraction. My child, the pressure you have been feeling lately is not happening without purpose. I know there are moments when everything around you feels uncertain and unstable, and you keep wondering why life suddenly became so heavy. But I need you to understand that some seasons are designed to separate you from the version of yourself that can no longer follow you into your future. Growth is uncomfortable because it forces you to confront things you avoided for too long. It exposes hidden fears, unhealthy attachments, and emotional wounds that were buried beneath distractions. I have been allowing certain situations to reveal what still needs healing inside you, not to shame you, but to prepare you for the life waiting ahead. You keep asking why people misunderstand you lately. You feel like nobody fully sees the battle taking place inside your spirit. But the truth is, not everyone is meant to understand your transformation while it is happening. Some people only knew the old version of you. They became comfortable with the person who constantly sacrificed peace to keep everyone else happy. They understood the version of you that stayed silent about pain, ignored personal boundaries, and accepted emotional exhaustion as normal. But now I am teaching you to value your peace differently. I am teaching you that protecting your spirit is not selfish. It is necessary if you are going to walk into the next season with clarity and strength. There are still moments when fear whispers that nothing will change. Fear tells you that your situation will remain the same forever, that your prayers are being ignored, and that your future is limited by your current struggles. But fear only speaks loudly when faith becomes dangerous to darkness. The enemy wants your mind exhausted because exhausted minds struggle to recognize hope. That is why I keep calling you back into stillness. I need you to stop feeding the thoughts that constantly predict failure, rejection, and disappointment. The future in front of you is not as hopeless as your fear keeps trying to convince you. There are doors opening that you cannot see yet. There are opportunities moving quietly toward your life even now. My child, stop blaming yourself for every painful thing that happened in your past. You have carried guilt for situations that were never entirely your fault. You replay old mistakes repeatedly, wishing you could return and change decisions that already passed. But constantly living inside regret will keep you emotionally chained to seasons I already asked you to leave behind. Yes, you made mistakes. Yes, there were moments you ignored wisdom, trusted the wrong people, or acted from wounded emotions. But your past failures do not cancel your future purpose. I am not defining your destiny by your worst moments. I am still capable of bringing beauty from places that once looked completely broken. There are wounds inside you that you tried to cover with distraction. Instead of healing, you stayed busy. Instead of resting, you overworked yourself emotionally and mentally. Instead of confronting pain honestly, you pretended everything was fine, because you did not want others to see how deeply you were struggling. But hidden pain does not disappear simply because it is ignored. Eventually, unhealed wounds begin influencing your decisions, relationships, and self-worth without you realizing it. That is why I have been slowing certain things down in your life recently. I needed your attention. I needed you to stop running long enough to notice the parts of your heart that still require healing and restoration. You often think strength means never feeling weak, but true strength is learning how to remain standing while healing at the same time. True strength is choosing faith while uncertainty surrounds you. True strength is continuing forward even after disappointment tried to convince you to quit completely. And my child, whether you realize it or not, you have already shown tremendous strength. You survived emotional battles that should have destroyed your confidence. You continued moving while carrying burdens nobody else fully understood. Even when your heart felt tired, you still kept searching for hope. That quiet endurance inside you matters more than you know. Continue. There are blessings I protected because the timing was not right yet. You became frustrated when certain opportunities disappeared. But you did not know what would have happened if those doors had opened too early. Some things that looked perfect from your perspective carried hidden consequences you could not see. I protected you from environments that would have drained your peace. I protected you from relationships that would have shattered your emotional stability. I protected you from success that would have overwhelmed you before your spirit was mature enough to carry it wisely. Delays are painful when you only see the surface, but heaven always sees the full picture before you do. I also need you to stop comparing your journey with the lives of other people. Comparison is quietly stealing your peace. You look at others achieving things you desire, and suddenly your own progress feels small or invisible. But you cannot measure your purpose through someone else's timeline. Some journeys require longer preparation because the assignment connected to that life carries greater weight. What I am building within you cannot be rushed simply because society glorifies speed. Fast growth without strong foundations eventually collapses under pressure. I am building depth inside you, not just appearances. What lasts requires preparation that cannot always be seen publicly. You have entered a season where discernment matters more than popularity. Not everyone celebrating you truly supports your future. Some people only enjoy your presence when you remain emotionally weak and easy to control. The moment you begin healing, setting boundaries, or walking confidently, certain individuals become uncomfortable because your growth exposes their own unresolved issues. Do not fear losing people who only valued the version of you that lacked peace. Anyone threatened by your healing was never assigned to protect your future. Stop begging people to stay when their actions consistently show they no longer belong in your next chapter. My child, there are moments when loneliness feels overwhelming because transition often creates temporary separation. Old environments stop feeling comfortable, yet new connections have not fully arrived yet. During these seasons, it is easy to assume you are abandoned. But isolation and preparation sometimes walk together. I pull people into quieter seasons so they can hear my direction more clearly without constant noise surrounding their spirit. Do not fear this temporary stillness. Use it wisely. Learn yourself again. Learn peace again. Learn how to exist without needing constant validation from others. The stronger your relationship with me becomes, the less dependent you will feel upon approval from unstable people. There is also something else I need you to hear carefully. Stop speaking negatively about your future. The words you repeat daily shape the atmosphere surrounding your thoughts. When you constantly declare failure, hopelessness, and defeat, your spirit becomes emotionally drained before opportunities even arrive. I need you to begin speaking with expectation again. Speak healing over your life. Speak peace over your home. Speak wisdom over your decisions. Speak strength over your mind. Even if your circumstances have not changed yet, your language must stop agreeing with destruction. Faith begins speaking differently long before visible evidence appears. You have cried over things that were never meant to remain permanent in your life. I know those losses hurt deeply, but some endings were necessary for your protection. Certain chapters had to close because they were slowly destroying your peace, while you kept trying to save them. Not every battle deserves your energy. Not every relationship deserves endless chances. Wisdom also means recognizing when something has reached its ending. I need you to trust that I can replace what left with something healthier, stronger, and more aligned with your future. Empty spaces are not always punishments. Sometimes they are invitations for something better to finally enter your life. Continue, my child, you are much closer to breakthrough than your emotions currently realize. The enemy keeps trying to convince you that everything is falling apart, because he wants you to quit before you witness what is beginning to unfold behind the scenes. But I have already gone ahead of you. I am arranging circumstances, shifting connections, and preparing opportunities in ways your human understanding cannot fully measure yet. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not permanently stuck. This difficult season is temporary, even if it feels endless right now. Hold on to hope a little longer because the story is still unfolding. There are hidden strengths developing inside you during this season of waiting. Patience is teaching you endurance. Silence is teaching you discernment. Delays are teaching you trust. And hardship is teaching you resilience that comfort could never create. One day you will look back and realize that the season you almost hated completely was the very season that prepared you for everything you prayed to receive later. Nothing is wasted when placed inside my hands. Even your pain can become wisdom. Even your tears can water future growth. Even your disappointments can redirect you towards something far greater than what you originally imagined. You have survived too much already to quit now. Think about every moment you believed you would not recover. Think about every heartbreak that convinced you life would never feel peaceful again. Yet here you are, still breathing, still standing, still searching for light even after darkness tried repeatedly to consume your hope. That endurance inside you did not come from nowhere. I sustained you even when your own strength felt completely gone. And if I carried you through those seasons before, I will carry you through this season too. Do not allow temporary emotions to make permanent decisions for your future. The next chapter of your life will require courage. It will require you to trust me beyond what feels comfortable. It will require you to release control over outcomes you keep trying to manage alone. But I need you to understand that peace grows strongest when trust replaces fear. You do not need to know every detail ahead of time in order to move forward faithfully. I will guide each step as you continue walking with me. Clarity often appears gradually, not all at once. That is why faith matters. Faith keeps moving even before the full picture becomes visible. So today, breathe again, my child. Release the panic, release the fear. Release the pressure to have everything figured out immediately. You are still becoming who you were created to be, and transformation takes time. I am not rushing your process even when you feel impatient with yourself. Trust the work I am doing within you right now. Trust the doors I am closing. Trust the delays you do not understand yet. And most importantly, trust that your future is still filled with purpose, peace, healing, and restoration far greater than anything your fear keeps trying to predict.